Dating and relationships, are they the same thing or not? But before we get into that, give me the three freebies. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm your host for the Firm and Fair podcast, The Spencer Perspective, and we have work to do. Let's get to it. There goes that big ass question again, right? You dating somebody or are you trying to be in a relationship with them? You better kind of figure out what that energy looks like, especially in the beginning, because you got to be able to take control. And I'm talking to you fellas, but at the same time, ladies, you better start taking control as well too. You better start figuring out whether you want to date somebody, dick around, or you want to get down to the nitty and gritty and say, fuck it, let's be life partners and let's get on with life. Because guess what? In this day and age, we got people fucking all nilly-willy, having a good old time. You see the stories online. You're looking at the podcast, aren't you? It's some real unhealthy shit. 15 to 20 years from now, we're going to have a lot of broken people. I can tell. If you don't choose a healthy lifestyle while it's still good to go, by the time you choose it, it's going to be too fucking late. So what's the catch-22? There's no dating without the relationship, but there's also no relationship without the dating. So what does that mean? Okay. Dating is for kids. I'm sorry. That's what it is. If you're dealing with someone that you just want to quote unquote date, you're dealing with the wrong person. Case in point, when I met my now baby doll, when I first met her, she said she just wanted to casually date. And I said, yeah, sure, because me, I was on that same tip as well too. Inside of 6 weeks, I pulled her to the side and said, we need to have a conversation. And I said, look, I need for this to just me and you. I got to take ownership now. Now, the path was a little, gritty, but we got through it. But I took ownership immediately because when you meet the right person, you better open your fucking mouth and say something. Dating is for kids. Relationship is for adults. You want to have a life partner? You better do what you have to do to make that relationship happen. Now, the path to a relationship, it matters to a man how he gets you. It matters. If you're dealing with Tom, Dick, and Harry, and then you choose Anthony on the side, and Anthony knows that you was dealing with Tom, Dick, and Harry, and then you chose Anthony on the side, he's not going to want it that much. He's not going to respect that process. Do you respect your body? And that goes in terms. Flip it the other way around. If you deal with a man, and he has Sarah, Gina, Samantha, all that good jazz, and then he deals with Elaine is actually going to accept that because he had to make a choice between 4 different women. You see how men and women are different? He chose her. She didn't choose him. Men do not want to be chosen that way from a pack. You better separate him from the pack immediately and make your decision. Dating and relationships, they're not the same thing. If you're a kid, I guess you can date. There's nothing else you can really do in the world, right? But if you're a grown-ass adult, you're paying your bills, you better be focusing on making a relationship happen with this person, and you better open your mouth. I don't care if you think you're going to lose them. You want to know why? You're going to lose them anyway if they did not want to be in a relationship with you. You want to stay along for the ride? What the fuck you think this is, an amusement park? No. Make them aware that you want to be in a one-on-one relationship that's mutually monogamous. If for some reason they started a blip, 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 that's all, folks. Get them the fuck out of here. Your time is valuable. Men and women, you ain't got that much time to spare. You think you do. We got people in their late 30s, 40s, hell, even 50s in this day and age talking about, oh, I'm still holding on. Are you out of your fucking mind? You have to take ownership now. Dating relationships, are they the same thing? They're not. They are not. So you better get together. Take ownership. You want this relationship? You better ask for it. Closed mouths don't get fed. Because guess what? It could be on the other person's mind, but they're afraid too. And it's because of this new fucking society. It's trash. It's trash. People are afraid to be vulnerable. Hell, I was afraid to be vulnerable. Sometimes I still am. The thought pops into my fucking head, but guess what? You're going to have to fight that good fight. And you better make sure you find that person that's willing to fight the good fight with you. Because if they aren't, you will lose them anyway. So what? You want to date around? Or do you want that one relationship? Which one is actually more valuable in the long term? All right now. You're going to get better. I'm doing better. We all will. This is the Firm and Fair Podcast, and I'm out.